In the fast-paced world of the NBA, where every game matters, rivalries can emerge in unexpected ways. Recently, Golden State Warriors' Draymond Green brought to light an intriguing story that highlights a surprising rivalry: the animosity between Steph Curry and Indiana Pacers' Andrew Nembhard. The revelation not only piqued fans' curiosity, but also made us reflect on how small events can spark big rivalries within the league. During a conversation on the Club 520 podcast with Jeff Green, Draymond shared a memorable memory from the 2022-23 season when the Warriors faced the Pacers. He recalled a specific moment when Nembhard stood out with a bold attitude and provocative performance. "If you go back to the game we played against the Pacers in the Bay Area, Nembhard was having a great night," Green said. "He was playing really well and talking a lot, which bothered Steph." It's interesting to think about how you would react if an opponent came at you with that much intensity. Draymond's words reflect the intensity of the rivalry, revealing that Curry has viewed Nembhard differently since that day. Now, when Steph sees Nembhard, something lights up inside him, Green said. The interaction highlighted something many players have experienced: the motivational effect that a challenge from an opponent can have. What did Nembhard do to make Curry so determined to beat him in future matchups? What's most intriguing is how a simple rivalry can turn into a powerful fuel. Draymond warns that whenever Nembhard steps on the court, Curry will be ready to give it his all. "He's not just going to play, he's going to attack," Green said. That perspective begs the question: have you ever felt the need to push yourself harder when challenged by someone? How has that affected your performance? Rivalries in basketball, like in any sport, are an essential part of competition. Just as Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were driven by their own struggles and challenges, we now see that even Steph Curry, one of the most respected players in the league, can be motivated by a moment of provocation. It's fascinating to watch this human and competitive dimension of the game. With next season approaching, it will be exciting to see how this rivalry between Curry and Nembhard plays out in the NBA. Fans of the Warriors and Pacers will certainly be watching every matchup between the two players. What do you expect from this rivalry? Do you think it will impact the performance of both players? Recently, a new story also shook the NBA, leaving Golden State Warriors fans in a mix of anticipation and concern, with the Utah Jazz announcing the contract extension of forward Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen's contract now stands at an impressive $238 million over 5 years, a significant achievement for the Finnish player. However, this decision by the Utah Jazz directly impacted the plans of the Golden State Warriors, who were interested in adding stars such as Stephen Curry and Draymond Green to their roster. What does this mean for the California team? The Warriors were considering a trade involving promising young talents such as Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga. The reluctance to part with these players made acquiring Markkanen difficult, as Utah would only consider a deal if it included a significant package. Given this scenario, the Warriors' focus should now turn to smaller-scale deals, as renowned journalists such as Shams Charania and Anthony Slater indicate. A growing alternative is to trade with the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine. Despite his complicated contract, which will become more viable with the NBA's new TV deal, LaVine could be the piece the Warriors need. There have been rumors recently about LaVine's strained relationship with the Bulls' front office, with criticism directed at him and an apparent desire for change. This could open up an interesting opportunity for the Warriors. The proposed trade would involve sending Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, and Kevin Looney to the Chicago Bulls, along with draft picks. In return, the Warriors would receive LaVine and potentially an additional player. Considering this trade, the question arises as to how LaVine would fit into the Warriors' style of play and complement the team's existing talent. LaVine brings skills that would certainly benefit Golden State, such as the ability to shoot from distance and handle the ball effectively, taking some pressure off Steph Curry and providing a new dynamic to the offense. For the Bulls, This trade would represent a fresh start, allowing them to acquire players on expiring contracts, which could be useful for a future rebuild. What do you think of this potential trade? Do you think Levine would be a good fit for the Warriors, or would you rather the team look elsewhere on the trade market? How could this move impact the team? Share your thoughts and let's discuss this exciting development for the Warriors in the NBA.